everything that there is to do today. So it is a slightly different one today. It's a bit of a change up, which is actually quite nice. It's some strength work, really. So it will still feel pretty hard because it's an EMOM, but our main focus is to do it as a strength workout today, as opposed to our general hard and fast cardio metcons. So it is 18 minutes, which is 6 rounds. We're going to set up like 3 stations, or just when we say stations, it's really just 3 different exercises. But the first one is 10 push presses into a 20-second hollow hold. After you've completed that, you have the remainder of the minute to rest. Then on the next minute, we do 10 broad jumps into a 20-second 90-degree squat hold. And again, rest to the end of the minute. And then on the third one, we do 8 alternating single leg squats to a marker. So I'll show you what that all looks like in a moment. And we just keep going through that until we've done 6 rounds of that, or 18 minutes. Hopefully this time is big enough so you can see it, but again, I'll be yelling out to you anyway. Then after we've completed that, we've got what Craze has termed arm pump Mondays. So we've got bent over bicep curls, body weight tricep extensions, and lateral raises. This is just for time, so it's not, we'll do this together as a team, and then we'll rest at the end of each of those rounds about a minute, and then we'll go through that again. So again, I'll take you through the arm section after we finish the EMOM, just so you don't have to worry about remembering all the exercises. And then we'll get stuck into that after we've had a bit of a rest. Cool. That's what that looks like. So let me get into our warm-up today. A new warm-up we've got. And so there's some new exercises here that we haven't done, or you may have not done for a while, or haven't done at all. So I will take you through them slowly. So the first part, you can do this with shoes off as well. Like we've been doing a lot of this stuff with barefoot in the past few weeks to help you develop better foot and ankle mobility and control. So you can choose to do that if you want. I'm just going to keep my shoes on for ease, but you're going to start off with what we call a bent knee ankle floss. So I'm just going to see if I can get a good view here. So what you're going to do is, you may have done this at like a physio's rooms before, or an ankle mobility test. Bend knee towards the wall, keeping your heel flat on the ground, and then holding that position. We'll do that for about 20 seconds. You can go back and forward a little bit if you want, so you can kind of go forward to the wall, hold, come back, forward to the wall, come back. We're going to do it for a total of 20 seconds, just to mobilize our ankle and calf. Well, you'll actually kind of feel it in your knee a little bit as well, but make sure that when you're going forward, that heel stays on the ground. And if you're in a position where you get your knee to the wall, that's pretty damn good. Cool, 5 more seconds. Give it a bit of a hold. Good, and then change sides. So for the first one, you might want to just do a few movements back and forward just to loosen it up a little bit. But if you can hold it, get that hold. Again, Mahara and Nick, when they do these warm-ups, they might have slightly different interpretations of each exercise, which is really good, because then you get different variations of how to do them. All right, time. Next one, we're going to do a single leg downward dog. My demonstration on this one might be a bit touch and go, but we'll give it a crack. So, last program we were doing single arm downward dog, so this one's just the reverse with single leg. So you're going to get into your downward dog position, one leg in the air. I'm going to hold for a second, bring it back, and then go again. And we're going to do, 3 seconds, I should say, 3-second hold. And we're going to do 4 each side. So you can alternate if you want, or you can do 4 on the same side, as long as we end up doing 4 on each side. So 3-second hold, 1, 2, 3. Bring it back. Do it again. Hold, 2, 3. Hold, each side. All right. After that, we're going to get into a lateral sway to reach. So what that means, we're going to get into like a, sorry, raise my camera again for you. We're going to get into like a little split stance. I'll do it kind of side on so you can see. Sorry, camera's a bit awkward. What you're going to do is you're going to push your hips out to the side, reach over, bring it back, and then you're going to do the same thing on that same way for 5 each side, and then we're going to change legs and the opposite way. So you'll feel this stretch quite in the inner oblique there, and then obviously the one that's leaning out. So you're kind of mobilizing your hips a little bit. So you're pushing the hips out and reaching, pushing the hips out, reach. So I'll lift that front on so you can kind of see what's happening with my hips. So I'm pushing out, reaching. Yeah, so you might not need to go as far split because you might not be able to get as much hip mobility. So bring your feet in a bit closer. Yeah, that's it. Good. Once you're on 5 each side, so 5 change sides. So push out, reach. Actually quite a good one if you've been doing a lot of running. Because if you've been running a lot forward, you're getting a lot of that up and down action. I generally get this sideways mobility. Last one. Okay. Last little bit of this round, and then we've got one more round to go. So 3-point kneeling rotations. So what that looks like. Get into our all fours. One arm up here, hand by the ear. Tuck the elbow in. Rotate up. Tuck the elbow in. Rotate up. And we're going to do 8 of these each side. Making sure that our thoracic spine, which is the mid-back, is getting a bit of a workout here. Cool. Once you've done 8, change sides. Cool. All right, next part. We've got what we call a lateral intrinsic walk. So intrinsic kind of means that we've got to feel the muscles working. So if you imagine that we have like a mini band around our knees or around our ankles, we're going to go for a walk laterally. But what I want you to actually focus on is switching on the muscles that you're using when you're walking. So feeling it through the glutes and the quads and the ankles. So you're trying to actively use them while you're doing this walk. And we're going to do about 8 meters, so roughly 10 to 15 steps each side. So you go for your lateral walk, but you're really focusing on squeezing the glutes and pushing with the muscles as you go. So I'm really working through here to push and squeeze. So imagine you've got that mini band around your knees or your ankles. Even if you do have one, try not to use it. Try to use the brain to get this focus. That's what we call an intrinsic focus. And it's really good to start to wire the brain to the muscles and try to switch them on actively without assistance. (10 to 15 steps, or 8 meters if you can count that much and have that much space. I'll let you guys finish that off. Don't stop just because I finished. All right, next part. We're going to do 1 minute of heel to toe walks. So this is just, again, about wiring our brain to our body to start for our training sessions. And also we've been doing a lot of work on that foot ankle complex in the previous weeks of warming up. So heel to toe walks, literally what they sound like. You're just going to walk heel to toe. I know it sounds simple, but you'll be surprised as to how much we don't think about it because we walk all the time. So if you're really thinking about that heel to toe, a lot of the times our toe comes down first and you're not even thinking about it. If you want, you can add a little bit of a calf raise push, so you can push up after each set. You kind of see what I'm doing now. I'm going heel to toe, push up, heel to toe, push up, push up. I know it doesn't feel like much, but this area of our body is actually super important for our training and body control. The more we are in touch with it, the better our balance is, the better we can improve our things like our squats, deadlifts, our running, sprinting, jumping. Okay, that'll do. That is a minute. Next one is YTWAs. So these ones we've done before. You can either do this lying down or you can do it in a bent over position. I'm going to do it lying down. You can use some light weights if you want. I'm just going to do the body weight for today. We're going to do 8 of them. So Y, T, W, A. All the while I am focusing on squeezing my shoulder blades together. Y, T, W, A. Y, T, W. That's it. Keep it going. I've got 2 more. We do 8 of them total. Nice. Okay, last one. Oblique hollow hold. So, like our regular hollow hold, but just slightly on the side. So start as if you're about to get into a side plank, but just tilt back a little bit. Legs up, arms up. You see I'm on that slight angle. My toes are kind of pointing sort of 45 degrees. That's it. And I'm just holding myself out a bit as well. I'm going to get that hold about 20 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and just change sides. Again, as if you're about to do a side plank, roll back a touch, toes out to about 45, and hold. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. That is it for our warm up this part, but we will warm up the actual movements we're about to do in our strength portion together as we go through it. So let me change my screen over so you guys can see. Cool. All right, so first part. We have push press. So you can do this with 1 or 2 objects depending on what you have. So to demonstrate, if you're going to do 1 object, it's here. If you're going to do 2, it's here. Push press, reminder, is a little dip in the knees and a push overhead. So you're going to use your little leg drive to help. So it's dip, push. So what we'll do is we'll do about 3 to 5 reps of this, nice and slow and controlled, just to warm up the movement. You do it slightly lighter than you would if you need to. Just make sure you do go through them though, because we want to challenge ourselves a little bit when we start the workout. So cool. Once you've done 10 of those, we go into a 20-second hollow hold. So we won't do the hollow hold now because we just did some oblique ones, but just so you know what the difference is, hollow hold is just out here, so it's straight. Now, if you can't hold that position, you can modify it to arms by the side or slightly bent knees. But we don't want our knees in line with our hips. We want them out there a bit more so we can challenge our core. Okay? Then we rest for the remainder of the minute. After that, we get into broad jumps. Now, if you've got space to do these broad jumps, go ahead. We don't here to get the full adaptation out of those broad jumps, but just so you know, broad jump is launching yourself forward, catching your landing. So you can do 10 of those back and forward. If you've got space to challenge yourself with a jump enough, go for it. I'm probably going to just do either some Romanian deadlifts or some kettlebell swings, because that's a similar action, or just some squats, just because I need a bit more space to challenge myself with that. But if you've got the space, go for it. Then, once you've done 10 of those, and also practice them now as well, do a few of them, you're going to go into a 90-degree squat hold. So a 90-degree squat hold is getting down to about so deep, where your knees and hips are at 90 degrees, and you're going to hold that for 20 seconds. Kind of like a wall sit. Yeah, looks good. After that, we rest for the remainder of that minute, and then we go again. So the last part, 8 alternating single leg squats to a marker. So you need to find something you can use as a marker. I've got a fold-up chair here that might work. Actually, not sure if it's too deep for me or not, but what you have to figure out is if the marker that you've got there is going to be too deep. I'm trying to find a spot where the camera can actually see that. There we go. Is if the marker is too deep for you. God, I'm terrible at this. Camera's in reverse, that's why. So, if the marker is too deep and you're not going to be able to do your single leg squat properly, you need to find something that's a bit higher. If it's too high because it's too easy, you need to find something that's a little bit lower. Or just pretend that there's a marker behind you and you just kind of pause. So your single leg squat, sitting back down to the marker. There we go. And then pushing back up. And then alternate legs. Down. Push back up. If you are someone who can do a full single leg squat / pistol squat, go for it. I can't, so I'll be using a marker. Again, if you don't have anything to use, you can just squat without it. Just go down to a point where you can't really go down anymore. Single leg squat is something I'm working on. I would love to be able to get a pistol squat by the end of the year, so it's a good one to start with. Are there any questions about any of those movements? Oh, Ella's almost got a full pistol squat. That's awesome. Cool. All right, team. It looks like we're about almost ready to go. I will give you another minute or so just to get yourself organized, have a quick sip of water. I will have the timer up here on the screen. I'll try to make it a bit bigger so that you can watch it. So make sure we're starting each set on the minute and challenge yourself here. So if the push presses are a bit light, try and challenge them to go a bit heavier, or slow down the tempo a touch, especially with like your broad jumps as well. Try aim for as far as you can. Again, I might do something a little bit different to the broad jumps just because of my space. And then you've got your squat to markers. So, are we all ready? Looks good. All right, take 30 seconds. I'm going to grab a quick sip of water. We'll chuck on some music here as well. Feel free to put something up on your end. Okay. Looks like we're ready to go. Is that okay for you first?
Yeah.
All right. Oops. Okay, team, we are ready to go. All right. Starting your first movement is 10 push presses and 20-second hollow hold in 5, 4, 3, 2, go. Straight into your hollow hold, 20 seconds. So watch the timer. Okay, rest for the remainder of the minute, and we go again in about 5 seconds. 4 jumps into your squat hold. Go. Then, once you've done that, 20-second squat hold, so watch the time. Okay, you got your squats and markers in 3, 2, go. I was thinking to myself, this could be heaven and this could be fair. Then she lit up the candle and she showed me the way. There were voices coming from the door. Thought I heard them say, welcome to the Hotel California. Such a lovely place, such a lovely place, such a lovely place. Ready to room at the Hotel California. Anytime I'm here, anytime I'm here, anytime I'm here. Here comes the 2 to the 3 to the 4. Everybody drunk out on the dance floor. Baby girl ass jiggling like she want more. Like she a bully and I ain't even no tour. Maybe because she heard that I already lost. Maybe because she heard that I out the stores. Alright, into your push presses. And now they gotta move on to the next floor. Here comes the 3 to the 2 to the 1. Homeboy tripping, he'll dog at it. When they come to pop and we do this for fun. You ain't got one ticket, you better run. Now I'm in the back, getting groove on my lungs. While she going down, I'm breaking down what I done. She's smoking my stuff, saying she ain't having fun. Shaking it back, now you don't get none. Everybody, 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 everybody. Whoa, everybody, 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 everybody. Whoa, everybody, 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 everybody. Whoa, everybody, everybody, everybody. Guys, rest where you can. Ready, 3, 2, 1, go. That's it, guys. Get it going. Woo! The vibes are gonna burn. Seconds for our next round. Alright, alternating squats, let's go.
What the people need is a way to make them smile. It ain't so hard to do with you now. Gotta get a message, get it on through. Oh, now mama, don't think that's why. Oh,
Good guys. Three, two, one, push presses. Sit, hollow hold when you've done that.
If I'm dealing, no problem to get the gap with true players that throw your rollies on the sky, waiting side to side, keep your hands high while I give you draw an eye. Play it clean, lyrically, look and see. B.I.G.B. flossing, chick on the cover of Fortune, $5 low. Get my phone number, the man, I got the know, I got the dough, got the flow down.
5 seconds, Steve.
Like that, dangerous, on Trizak, leave your ass Trizak.
Let's go.
To get me through this semi-time kind of life, baby, baby, I want something else. I'm not listening when you say.
Alright, team. Have to hit the halfway mark. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Whew, that's getting hard. Yeah, team, looking good. Halfway through now. Sorry. Now halfway through. Oh, the wrist areas are not long. Count you in, team. So it's broad jumps. 3, 2, 1, go. Go, guys. Alright, ready for those squats. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Alright, back into push press. 3, 2, 1. Looking good, guys. Let's get it. Yes, team. Here we go. Going down to that last 6 minutes. Let's go. Guys, go hold it. Oh man. Yeah, the quads. Five seconds into single leg squats again. Let's go. team. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Let's get it.
Some of y'all might know this, and some of y'all don't. Woo. Listen.
Yeah, guys. Close to the end now. Go! Alright, last one. Ready, go! Woo. So that's it. Finish strong. Nice. I think we might have just lost Ella there, but that's alright. I'll pop back on in a sec. Good work, team. That was more sweaty than I thought it was going to be. Alright. Just have a minute to catch our breath. Let the legs recover a bit. Quads are burning. Alright, another 20 seconds and I'll bring it in to show you the next part. Alright. So let me just change my screen over. Oh, quads are on fire. Sec. Alright, so this is what it is. We have 8 to 12 reps of each of these, which, oh, wait for Ella to jump back on so you can see what we're doing. She's back. Alright, so we're just going through the arm pump. We haven't gone through it yet. I'm about to run through it now. So 8 to 12 reps of each of these exercises. So your bent over bicep curls look like this. I'm going to demonstrate them. You guys can practice them along with me if you want. or you can just watch. I'm going to demonstrate them pretty quick, and I'll give you guys a chance to get yourself set up. So you bent over, almost like you're about to do a bent over row. Bring our arms out here, bicep curl. If you don't have weight that's sufficient enough for that, you can use food cans or something like that. You can use one object if you want to, depending on what you've got access to, so it can look a bit like this. If that's uncomfortable because of the equipment that you've got, you can just do regular bicep curls. It's just a nice variant. Then the next one, this is quite a tricky one. Body weight tricep extensions. So, there are many ways to do it. I'm going to give you a new one that you might have not done before. It's quite good. So, it's quite hard to do on your feet, but I'm going to show you on my feet, and you can modify this to do on your knees too. So, you get into more of a push-up position, but your arms are going to be a bit further out in front than they normally would. And then, instead of doing a push-up, you're going to bring your elbows down to the ground, and then push them up away. Elbows down, push up away. It's quite hard to do as a bodyweight exercise. So if you can't do that on your feet, try it on your knees, but with the same concept. So again, it's the elbows coming down and then pushing away from the ground. Now, if you're doing it on your knees, you're going to have to actually put your body into it a little bit more, because you can just kind of get away with doing these elbow extensions. So you want your body to actually get behind it. So you have to push it away. And you should feel that pretty hard in the triceps. It's a really nice exercise, that one. So the elbow, so your whole forearm ends up flat on the ground. So I'll show you again. I'll do it maybe from the side, that way, so you can see it a bit more. So here, my whole forearm goes down to the ground, and then I push it away. Oh, not that hard. So yeah, if you need to do them on your knees, you can. Okay, and the last one in that circuit is some lateral raises. Very straightforward. Whoops. So weights out to the side. So we're not going to rest in between each of those exercises. We're going to do them all in one big circuit. Or if you need to have a small break between some of the exercises, you can. But we'll rest mainly after a full round. Any questions about those? No? Yeah, so you've got a band, so you can use a band. I'll show you how to use a band. So with the band, you stand on with the opposite foot to the arm you're about to use, and then you pull across your body. And the more resistance that you need, so just you put that foot a little bit further out wide, or you just hold that band a little bit further down to get a bit more pull. Make sense? Cool. All right, team. So we'll start this together. We'll start with the bicep curls, and then we'll move through each one. So 8 to 12 reps, depending on what you feel you need to do. Again, if your weights are a bit light, do slow down the tempo so you can, or emphasize the squeeze. So for example, in the bicep curl, you're going to emphasize that contraction on the way up if your weights are a bit light. Cool. All right, team. So I'll put the timer on just for the sake of our rest in between, and then we'll start this up together. All right. One, go. So I'm not going to do the bent ones because of my bicep recovery, but you guys can. I'll wait for you guys to finish. Don't rush. Once we're all finished, we'll go straight into the tricep extensions. Feel everyone ready? All right, let's go. It's 8 to 12 of these. Try them on your feet for the first couple reps to give yourself a bit of a challenge if you can. Off you go. Bring those forearms to the ground, pushing them away. Those are good. I like those. Again, if you're doing them on your knees, make sure that your hands are quite far away in front of you so that you can get your body weight behind it. Yeah. Cool. Alright, when you are ready, team, we're into lateral raises. 8 to 12 of them, and we'll have about a minute rest in between, and we'll go again. Nice, guys. Nice, guys. Just give everybody a chance to finish the set. Alright. So the timer's just hit 3 minutes. I reckon we'll go again at about 3:45. We'll give everybody substantial rest, and we'll go again. How did everybody find those tricep extensions? Yeah. Again, if you're not feeling it as much, hands a bit further out in front so you can allow the elbow to fully bend so the arm gets flat to the ground. And then if you're on your knees again, push your body weight into it a bit more so you're getting some, so you can actually like extend your tricep. It's a bit of that sort of exercise. They're easier than you think on your feet, but they are challenging. So give them a crack if you can. All right, so we're up to 5 seconds. We'll start those bicycles again. Ready, and go. When you finish those 10, let's get straight back into the tricep extensions. Go for it. Good, guys. All right, lateral raises to finish off this set. Nice. That's it, team. Alright, team, we've just hit 6, so we'll go again on 6:45 for our final set. Is that right? Nice work, team. Let the arms recover a bit. It's nice that the arms are taking a bit of a blood out of the legs after that Metcon. Alright guys, here we go. Final set of the evening. Alright, when we're ready, yep, we're all good. Let's do this. Tricep extensions and go. Woo. They're hard. Excuse me. Alright guys, final round of lateral raises. Let's go. Woo. That's it guys. Finish those reps. Nice work. How are we all feeling? A little bit of a different one tonight. It's nice bit of strength work in that EMOM. Obviously got the heart rate up definitely, but not as much of a cardio workout, as more focused on some quality movement. Got the quads going, that's for sure. Great team, so have a fantastic week. I will be back again for Super Saturday. Nick and Mahara over the next few nights as normal. We hopefully are 3 weeks away from some form of reopen. We don't know what that looks like yet, so keep smashing it, team. You've done so well up until now. It's closer than we think it is. I know it feels like a long way, but we're very close, so keep up the good work. See you guys Saturday. Bye.